Thursday, people. It's Thursday, and man, it's still cold. A little bit of rain in the air, and believe it or not, our weather is calling for snow flurries out west of here, over by Catula. I understand snow flurries are over there, so they're even thinking that we might get a few down here. And let me tell you something. Last time that happened 10 years ago, whoo, man, we had a blanket of snow. I don't think it'll do that, but we might get a few flurries down here, and that's a big thing. But man, I'm done with it already. I'm ready to go back to 70, 80, 90 degrees. Anyway, not a good day again. I sat up there this morning and watched Senator Al Franken announce that he will be resigning from his seat in the coming weeks because of accusations of improper conduct. Senator Franken stood up there and said that some of the accusations are completely false, and his memory of the other incidents are quite different from those of the accuser. But he is stepping down nonetheless. I guess that's what you would consider an honorable move by a Democrat. I looked up to him and I liked him a lot. And we're going to lose a powerful voice in the Senate. But he also pointed out the irony that while he steps down amid accusations, the man that occupies our house is on tape discussing his predatory behavior. He came on to her like a bitch. He grabs him by the pussy. That's all known. He's got accusers out the wazoo, but he sits in our house and he denies it. He claims that all the women that talk about him are all liars. And we have another one, Roy Moore, down in Alabama, who's doing the same thing. He's a disgusted pedophile who went after young girls, and now he claims they're all lying. No, there's no integrity left in the GOP. Are you shitting me? Are you? That's disgusting. They have turned into the party of pedophiles and predators, along with the white supremacists, the Nazis, the liars, the cheats. That's what the Republican Party has become. I don't expect anything out of them. My Congressman, Blake Farenthold, already having to admit that $84,000 was paid out on his sexual harassment claim against him, and he thinks if he could just pay back the money, well, that's all that Republican has to do, is pay back the money. And he claims he can't discuss it anymore because it's under a non-disclosure. You know, if I came to you and I told you, Bob, I got some bad information on you, I got pictures of you doing this or that or the other, and if you don't pay me a lot of money, I'm going to release these pictures to the public and you're going to be embarrassed. We call that blackmail. And we don't put up with that. It's against the law. But if you were to come to me and tell me, John, I know you know terrible things about me. I will give you so much money if you sign this paper and swear you'll never speak of it again. We call that a non-disclosure because there's a lawyer involved. It's blackmail either way. Either way. If a congressman or a senator has to force a person that's accused of something to sign a non-disclosure agreement for so much money, that's blackmail. That's an offer of payment to keep your mouth shut, to not speak the truth. How much is that worth? How much is the truth worth? How much is integrity and morality worth in this country? Because there's a dollar amount on it, and it's in every damn non-disclosure contract that assholes get people to sign. I think it's bullshit. I think you ought to open your damn mouth anyway. Let them take you to court for non-disclosure. Let them do that and let the whole story of what you know come out. And let's see who suffers the most from that shit. 2 lawmakers Jackie Spear, a Democrat out of California, and Barbara Comstock, a Republican out of Virginia, have come on the floor and stated that they know of 2 sitting lawmakers that have had to pay sexual harassment claims, and indeed have one of them exposed himself to an aide, whipped out his towel and say, "Here you go, baby. Oh, you're going to get mad here. Let me pay you some money to shut your mouth." Blackmail. It's the same thing. You can call it whatever you want because you got a lawyer to come in and write the papers down so you can hide the truth. No, both of these women and others should come out and call the person out for who it is that is sitting in our house that should resign, that should step down for moral reasons, the same way that Franken is doing. But they're not going to do that because it's a legal thing. No. The 30-something lawmakers on the Democratic side that came out and called for Al Franken to resign need to stand up and call for Blake Farenthold to step down out of his seat. Get him out of there. It's no different. If you're going to do it to one, do it to all. Don't be partisan shit. I don't care if you're a Democrat. Call for his resignation. Call for Donald Trump to step down out of the White House for improprieties, for being an immoral asshole. Don't hide behind other shit. If you're going to do it to your own, do it to all of them. Stand up and call out Donald Trump for being a pervert. Stand up and say Roy Moore will not be allowed in the Senate. It's bullshit. This little game that's being played back and forth up there on our house, while the Republicans refuse to do anything about their shit, while they rape this land, kill the laws that protect us from the people that want to profit from it, destroy everything this country's worked for. They're nothing but that they've gone into the ditch and into the gutter. Yeah, it upsets me. Franken was a good man who could do good things, and he's going to pay the price for his indiscretions. But to watch as the people who sit on the other side not say anything to Blake Farenthold is a disgusting example of why I think the Republican Party has lost its morality, its integrity. It's lost every stitch of decency it ever had in it. Don't come to me with your evangelical bullshit about the right and how Roy Moore is going to protect your unborn baby until she hits 14 years old, and then Roy Moore wants to screw her. That's what that does. That's the kind of shit that is in the Republican Party. There is no integrity there anymore. There's no morality on the Republican side of the fence anymore. Are you shitting me? There's nobody calling for anything on that side. They don't give a shit. Donnie doesn't give a shit. They're trying to ram this tax bill through, and it doesn't matter what. I get so disgusted with this shit. They cut every social program there is to give money to rich people and corporations. There's no decency on that side of the fence anymore. They're going to screw this country for everything it's worth. You think Reagan, tax cut, trickle-down economics, oh yeah, it's all going to work. Bullshit, it didn't work. Bush's tax cuts didn't work. Donald Trump's tax giveaway to the ultra-wealthy and the corporations will not do anything to produce jobs or increase your wages. It's being designed to give rich people more freaking money, more power. I'm watching my country slip away to a bunch of scumbags. That's sad. That's how I feel. People that I know that supported this man and claimed to be, oh, I know him, baby, I know him, claim to be Christians and support this kind of bullshit on the right. You know, All that shit Jesus said about the poor and all that shit, they flush down the toilet nowadays. They don't give a shit. Well, it might snow. It might snow. Saudi Arabia is still blocking aid to Yemen. The shit that goes on in the world that we let happen. I don't know, people. Last couple of days, it's been kind of rough trying to come down here and talk about shit because I'm so upset about crap. That we watch our side do what's right and we watch the other side scream and holler about how blessed they are. While they lie and deceive, and that man that sits in our house is nothing but a disgusting liar. It's a sad day. It's a sad day in this country, and we have to make it better. I keep telling myself every day, it's us. It's us that's going to make this shit better. It's the American people standing up in the street, demanding that our lawmakers have the integrity to do what's right, that our president is a moral individual with the authority to speak on such shit, but he's not. He supports Roy Moore, the pedophile down in Alabama, who hunted down little girls in the mall, the guy that was tossed out of the mall because he was bothering little girls. None of that has been disputed. It's there. People can check it out. The only people supporting Roy Moore are those evangelical Christians. He'll be removed from the Senate if he gets in there, and if he's not, then the whole Senate and the House and everybody are nothing but a bunch of disgusting cowards if they don't run Roy Moore out of the Senate. You run Al Franken out for less. So if Roy Moore is allowed to step into that Senate, into our House, the Senate should kick his ass out the day he gets elected. Like, share, and subscribe. John Bernavall, Blue Dot in Texas. I'm going to be here until this asshole's out of office. We're going to start demanding that our lawmakers stand up with the integrity that they claim they have. And Blake Farenthold needs to get the shit out of our house. You disgusting pervert. Get out. God, same thing goes for Donald Trump. Like, share, and subscribe. John Bernavall, Blue Dot in Texas. John Bernavall on Facebook. Proud of every word I say. At Blue Dot in Texas. If you don't like it here, find it on Twitter there, Donnie. You're a disgusting liar. Out my truck window. Y'all get out your window and tell your neighbors that we will not stand for this shit. We have to change our government. Because the one that's in there right now is an embarrassment to the world. And is doing nothing but set out to divide, conquer, and destroy this nation. I'm not going to let that happen. And I don't want you to let it happen. So stand up. Say what you can. Do what you can. Get involved. Vote. 2018 is coming. That's the most important thing we can do, is vote. And make sure everybody you know votes. Because that's how we win. It is the power of the people's voice that controls this nation, and for some reason we've let that go astray. We think it's them that controls us. No, it's the other way around. We control them, and it's time that we start demanding that. So yeah, I want to know who the two senators are sitting up there in our house who thinks it's all right for him to go wave his pecker around. I want to know who that is. I don't give a shit how much kind of money he paid to keep the other person quiet. That's blackmail. I don't give a shit. Non-disclosure my ass. Y'all have a good day, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye now.